Elisha was one of the greatest prophets in Israel's history, chosen by God to succeed Elijah. His story begins in 1 Kings 9, where Elijah found him plowing a field with 12 yoke of oxen. When Elijah cast his cloak over Elisha, it symbolized a divine calling. Elisha immediately left everything, slaughtered his oxen, and followed Elijah, showing his complete dedication to God's mission. Before Elijah was taken into heaven in a whirlwind, Elisha asked for a double portion of his spirit. Elijah said this would be granted if Elisha saw him taken. As Elijah ascended in a chariot of fire, Elisha saw it happen and took up Elijah's cloak. He struck the Jordan River with it, and the waters parted. His first miracle as a prophet, proving God's power was now with him. Elisha's ministry was filled with miracles that showed both divine authority and deep compassion. He purified the water of Jericho, which had been causing death and unfruitfulness. Soon after, he was mocked by a group of boys, calling him bald head. He cursed them, and 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of them, a stark reminder of the seriousness of mocking God's prophet. One powerful miracle involved a poor widow whose sons were about to be taken into slavery. Elisha told her to collect empty jars and pour her last bit of oil into them. The oil miraculously multiplied until every jar was full, providing enough to pay her debts and sustain her family. Elisha also had a deep friendship with a wealthy Shunammite woman who built him a room in her home. In return, Elisha promised she would have a son. She did, but years later, the child died suddenly. Elisha came, prayed, and raised the boy back to life, showing God's power over death. In another account, Elisha fed 100 men with just 20 loaves of bread, and there were leftovers, foreshadowing Jesus' miracle centuries later. He also healed Naaman, the commander of the Syrian army, from leprosy. Though Naaman expected dramatic rituals, Elisha simply told him to wash in the Jordan River 7 times. When he obeyed, he was healed completely, and he declared that Israel's God was the only true God. Elisha warned Israel's king about enemy ambushes, revealing the secret plans of Syria. The king of Syria sent an army to capture Elisha, but when Elisha prayed, God revealed heavenly armies of fire surrounding them. Elisha then blinded the enemy soldiers and led them into Samaria, where he spared their lives, demonstrating mercy even toward enemies. Even after his death, Elisha's legacy continued. When a dead man's body touched Elisha's bones, the man came back to life, one final sign that God's power still rested on his faithful servant. Like and subscribe.